And welcome to post-game coverage of Game 2 of the Western Conference Championship Series. The London Knights take today's game by a score of 3-1. Just a quick welcome to those tuning in this afternoon on OHL Live, those right here in London on Rogers TV, as well as those watching from Sarnia on your TV. Joined now by Sarnia Sting head coach Alan Letang, along with defenseman Ethan Ritchie. And coach, playoff hockey, scoreless through 40 minutes. Things didn't go your way in the third. Maybe just share your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think things kind of went our way in the third. We just didn't capitalize on a couple of their mistakes, and they capitalized on the one of ours. So that's what playoff hockey's about. You get into that game of inches where a puck not deep, a puck not blocked, and we had some net scrambles and had our opportunities too. And like I said, playoff hockey, everything gets magnified tenfold, and especially when you get into a third game or a third period with a game that's that tight, both teams leaving it all on the ice, both teams locking it down at times, both teams not giving an inch, and that's the break.
Ethan gave your team some momentum with the opening goal for the Sting there in the third period. You spoke pre-game about wanting to clean some things up from game one. Do you feel like today's effort was better from your team?
Yeah, I think we definitely had a stronger game today. I think we were working hard, and we definitely created a lot more than the game before. I think just the difference, like Tanger said, is just a couple bounces and capitalizing. So it's something that we can bring home, and for game 3 and 4, I know we've still got the confidence in the room to do that.
Take questions now. Ryan?
Alan, the Del Mastro hit on Crane, is that a penalty?
Do you want my opinion? I think you know what my opinion is. I mean, what's he supposed to do when a guy's driving the net? That's all I'll say about it, right? Like it is what it is. They called it. We had to find a way to kill it, right? Whether it's the right call, whether it's the wrong call. I mean, it's kind of moot point at the moment, right? It doesn't change anything what I think, so really doesn't do any good to worry about it.
Okay, when Bowen came in, you knew London would tighten up. Did you get enough? Did you feel you got enough action, offensive action, shots through?
Yeah, no. Well, would we have loved a lot more shots through, a lot more traffic? Yeah, for sure we would. But you give them credit. They did the things they needed to do to lock it down. They did things that they needed to do to block those shots. We had a couple net scrambles in the third where they had 3 guys laying out, and we just couldn't find ways to get it in and get it behind. So we've got to find ways to change the angle, find ways to get it through. They get one through on the power play. We tried to block. We couldn't block it. They blocked some of ours, and that's the difference.
Okay, and despite it looks like you're generating a lot of chances, but 2 goals total. So what do you in the 2 games? What do you think your offense has to do, or are you happy with the amount of grade A chances?
Well, I think in the style of game this is, I don't think any team's really generating over amount of chances. I think both teams have kept it pretty tight. I know our goalie made some big saves. I know both their goalies made some big saves at times. Would I have liked to seen a few more secondary chances off a rebound or off a deflection on the side? 100%. I think we've got to find ways to get pucks through or to get a guy to get a stick on it. You give them credit. They box out hard. They get in the shot lane. We've got to not accept it, roll off, and get on the inside. And that's just what playoff hockey is. You watch any NHL game or you watch the other series, it's down to that inch, that puck through, that scramble that falls in someone's feet, and you're there to find it. And we've got to continue to believe that what we do will generate chances. But yeah, would I like to see our D shoot a few more pucks? Would I like to see us create a few more rebounds off the rush potentially? Yeah, probably.
Anything further, guys? Go ahead.
Going for Ethan here. Ethan, obviously, Friday and Sunday wasn't the result you guys were looking for, but how excited are you guys to go back home and play in front of the Hive? First time in franchise history you guys get to play in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, it's a super exciting time for us and for the city. We know they're behind us. The whole city's really shown up for us this year. So, I'm pumped personally. I know everyone in the room is to bring the series back home and get some good results and just show up for the fans.
Welcome back to continued post-game coverage of Game 2 of the Western Conference Championship Series, and the London Knights 3-1 winners this afternoon to take a 2-0 series lead, with things shifting to Sarnia for Game 3. Joined by London Knights head coach Dale Hunter, along with defenseman Logan Mailloux. And coach, quite a game, scoreless through 2 periods, a goaltending change. Were you happy with the way your team played? Obviously the outcome went in your favor.
Yeah, it was a tight game through the whole thing. You know, it's both teams are playing well defensively, and that's what you end up with a 0-0 game late in the third. So, it's one of those games that you got to be patient.
Logan, big goal, the go-ahead goal there in the third period after Sarnia kind of wrestled some momentum away. How did it feel to get that one?
It was good, obviously. I mean, obviously scoring that big goal, 1-1 game going late in the third, and we got a power play, and I mean that's key going in playoffs, a special team. So it was good to capitalize, that's for sure.
Take some questions, guys. Right.
Dale, what from the bench? What did you see? What happened to Brett? And do you have an update on the status?
No, there's no update right now, and I didn't really see what happened either. It was, I don't know.
Okay. How did the team respond with Zach going?
They did. They knew that young goalie was going in, so we had to play even better defensively, and they did a good job.
Okay. Logan, what did you think of that? You had 7D dressed today. What did you think of the effort of guys like Isaiah George and Edward?
Yeah, I mean, I think all 7 guys were going, honestly. We were battling, making the right plays, getting the puck out. I mean, that's huge. And then, I mean, Bozy came in too, and he stood on his head. So, I mean, we weren't worried when he came in at all. I mean, obviously, he hasn't played yet in a little while here, but you look at his regular season stats and his numbers, and he's been a rock back there for us as well. So, we weren't worried at all.
Okay, and you know how good snipers they are over there. To hold them to 2 goals for the first 2 games, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's good, obviously. Just a start. I mean, they can score a bunch of goals at any time. But, I mean, like you said, there's defenseman there, starts there with the goalies, D-man, all doing the right job. Forwards are blocking shots. So, I mean, it's playoffs, so it gets tighter out there. And it's all the little plays. They start become bigger plays, little chip outs, little block shots. That regular season, it might not be much. And, I mean, coming down the stretch now, they're huge. And they can be game deciders, that's for sure.
Taylor?
Hi there. My question's for Logan. I just wanted to know, what are you guys taking away from today's game going into Sarnia this week?
Yeah, it's going to be a hostile environment there. I mean, they kind of stepped in here, and we had our 7th man going, and 9,000 strong here, so that was awesome. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you see, it's a tight game, so we just got to play the same way. We got to be good defensively and make sure we're sticking to our system, and we got to play them hard. I mean, they got, like Ryan said, they got some guys who can put the puck in the net, and so we got to make sure that we're good back there.
Thank you.
Anything further? Day off tomorrow. The Knights lead the series 2-0 going into Game 3 Tuesday night. Sarnia. Thank you.